Captain Alex Mercer wiped the sweat from his brow as the small scout ship hummed through the dense atmosphere of the uncharted planet. He had seen many strange worlds in his career, but this one felt different. The air was heavy with a metallic scent, and the sky had a faint green tint that seemed to press down on everything. Humanity had sent him here for reconnaissance, but deep down, he knew that what he was about to find would change everything. Alex's crew, a tight-knit team of explorers and soldiers, moved with practiced efficiency. There was Jenna, the ship's engineer who could fix almost anything. Malik, the weapons expert whose calm under pressure had saved them countless times. And Sam, the communications officer, always ready to translate or negotiate with alien life. They were all trained for combat, but they were explorers first, curious about what lay beyond the human borders. The planet's surface was jagged, full of cliffs and deep ravines. Satellite scans had shown a massive structure, hidden in the mountains. From a distance, it looked like a fortress, cloaked in some kind of ancient technology that made it almost invisible. "That's our target," Alex said, pointing at a barely visible ridge. "We get in, we gather information, and we get out." Simple as that. They descended carefully, using grappling lines and stealth equipment. The closer they got, the more they realized the fortress was enormous. Strange symbols lined the walls, glowing faintly. "These markings, I've never seen anything like them," Jenna whispered, tracing her fingers over the alien inscriptions. Alex nodded. "Whatever built this place was far beyond anything humans know. Stay alert." Inside, the fortress was darker than they expected. The halls were tall, almost cathedral-like, with light filtering through cracks in the ceiling. The air was cool, but there was an electric charge that made their skin tingle. Alex signaled his team to move forward slowly. They rounded a corner and froze. In the central chamber stood a figure that made time feel like it stopped. A young alien woman, elegant and regal, hovered slightly above the ground in a kind of containment field. Her armor shimmered like liquid silver, and her eyes were a bright, piercing blue. She radiated authority, but in that moment she looked afraid. The princess froze as soon as she saw Alex. Her body stiffened, her glowing eyes widened, and she made no sound. Alex took a cautious step forward. "We're not here to hurt you," he said gently. "We only want to help." Malik raised an eyebrow. "Help? We don't even know if she's friend or foe." "Doesn't matter," Alex replied. "No one deserves to be trapped like this." Jenna scanned the field around the princess. "It's some kind of containment energy. If we disable the power source, we can free her." Alex nodded. "Do it, carefully." With steady hands, Jenna adjusted her tools and approached the control panel. Sparks flew and the hum of energy began to fade. The field flickered and then disappeared. The princess blinked, unsure of what was happening. For the first time, she spoke. Her voice was melodic yet firm. Who are you?" "I'm Captain Alex Mercer," he said, "and we're here to help you." The princess studied him, her eyes flicking between his face and the team behind him. She didn't move closer, didn't step back, she just stared. Alex felt a strange tension, as if her gaze was weighing him down. Why do you hesitate?" Alex asked. I don't understand," she said, her voice trembling slightly. You shouldn't be here." Alex frowned. "I don't follow." Before she could answer, alarms blared. Hidden sentries had activated, alerting the fortress to their intrusion. Red lights pulsed across the walls. "We need to move." "Now!" Alex shouted. The team fought through waves of automated drones, using a mix of strategy and sheer luck. Malik's shots disabled the drones with precision. Jenna's gadgets created temporary shields, and Sam's quick thinking opened escape routes through the fortress corridors. The princess followed silently, still unsure if she could trust them. Finally, they reached a massive chamber that served as a storage area. The ship's extraction team was supposed to meet them here, but it wasn't ready. "We can hold them off here for a while," Alex said, catching his breath. "But we need a plan." The princess finally spoke again. You remind me of someone." Alex looked at her curiously. "Someone I know?" She shook her head. "No. Someone I've only heard about. Someone human." Jenna and Malik exchanged glances. Alex frowned. "Explain." The princess hesitated. "Your presence, it is unsettling, familiar. I cannot move properly in your presence." Alex's brow furrowed. "So that's why you froze. But why? Who is this someone?" Before she could answer, another wave of drones broke through the entrance. Alex raised his hand. "We fight, then we talk." The battle was intense. Alex noticed that the princess had a natural grace in combat. She moved with precision, dodging lasers and guiding them through weak points in the fortress. Though she didn't speak, her subtle gestures helped the team immensely. It was clear she was trained yet restrained, possibly by the culture of her empire. After what felt like hours, they managed to disable the last of the drones. The chamber was silent again. The princess looked at Alex with a mixture of relief and wariness. You are brave, human. I see that, Alex smiled faintly. We humans have our ways. We fight to protect, not just to conquer. The princess tilted her head, studying him. Perhaps that is what confuses me, humans. I have heard stories, but seeing you, it is different. Alex didn't press further. We need to get out before more forces arrive. Can you fly or navigate the fortress with us? She nodded slowly. Yes, I will guide you. As they made their way to a hidden exit, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to her reaction than just surprise. Something about his presence had triggered a memory or a recognition in the princess that neither of them fully understood. They reached a clearing outside the fortress. The planet's green-tinted sky stretched above them, and for a brief moment everything was calm. The team gathered around the princess, giving her space. Alex spoke softly. You're safe now. We're on your side. The princess finally relaxed slightly, but her eyes lingered on him. I do not understand. Why you are here. Why you are the one who came. Alex shrugged. Maybe it was fate. Or maybe it was just luck. But we're here and we'll help you. She studied him again, as if trying to decide whether to believe him. I will trust you. For now, but you must know. My people will search for me, and they will not be pleased. Alex nodded grimly. Then we move fast. We find a safe place and we figure out our next step. Together. As the team prepared to leave the planet, Alex took one last look at the princess. Her expression was unreadable, a mixture of fear, awe, and curiosity. He had a feeling that their paths were linked in a way neither of them could explain. Yet, little did they know. The princess's reaction had a reason rooted deep in history, one that would only be revealed when trust was fully built and secrets were shared. For now, the humans had succeeded in freeing her, but the real journey, the understanding of why she froze at the sight of him, was only beginning. As they lifted off the planet in their small scout ship, Alex felt a sense of anticipation. The universe was vast and full of mysteries, but one thing was clear. Humanity had a role to play, and sometimes the actions of a single human could ripple across empires. And somewhere in the princess's mind, a memory stirred, one that would explain everything in time. The scout ship glided through the upper atmosphere of the barren planet, carrying Captain Alex Mercer, his team, and the alien princess, Solara. Outside the viewport, jagged cliffs and glowing rivers of unknown minerals stretched below them. The silence inside the ship was heavy, filled with tension and unspoken questions. Solara sat quietly, her posture stiff but dignified. Alex noticed her glances toward him, sharp and searching. He had spent the past few hours trying to understand her initial reaction, why she had frozen the moment she saw him. It was more than fear. There was recognition in her eyes, something he could not yet place. Jenna, sitting across from them, broke the silence. Captain, the navigation system is picking up multiple patrol drones. They're scanning for life forms in the area. If we linger, they'll detect us. Alex nodded. Understood. We need to find a safe place to land and regroup. He turned to Solara. Do you know of any hidden locations nearby where we can stay without being found? Solara's eyes flickered with thought. There is an abandoned mining facility 2 clicks west. It is concealed from orbital scans. Few even know it exists. Then that's our destination, Alex said. The ship shifted course. As they flew, Solara finally spoke again, her voice soft but steady. You remind me of a human. A human hero from the past, my people. We spoke of him in stories. His courage changed the fate of my empire. Alex frowned. A human hero? Who? She hesitated. I cannot say, not yet. But seeing you, it brought back memories, though I have not lived them. Your presence, it is as if the past stands before me. Alex's heart skipped a beat. Could it be possible that his ancestors had played a role in her empire's history? I see, he said carefully. Whatever the reason, we'll face the present together. The ship descended into a narrow canyon where the abandoned mining facility lay hidden. Its metal structures were old and rusted, but the energy shields that once protected it still flickered faintly. Alex and his team disembarked, guiding Solara inside. The facility was eerily quiet. Dust floated in the shafts of green light from cracked windows, and the walls bore the marks of years of neglect. Yet it was a safe place, and Alex knew they could rest and plan their next move here. As they settled, Alex decided it was time to address the elephant in the room. "Solara, I need to understand why you froze when you saw me. There's more to it than just surprise, isn't there?" Solara looked down, her glowing hands clasped together. "It is difficult to explain. The humans who fought my empire centuries ago, there was one who stood apart. Brave beyond reason, clever beyond expectation. He led humans against forces that were thought unbeatable." Alex's curiosity grew. "And you think that I'm connected to him?" "Yes," Solara said slowly. "It is impossible to ignore. I do not know how, but the presence of a human, your human, awakens the memory of him. My people revered him. I feared you at first because I did not understand." Alex took a deep breath. "I am not that man, but perhaps I inherited something from him. Courage, determination, a sense of duty. That might explain your reaction." Solara studied him, her blue eyes piercing yet filled with a strange mix of awe and respect. "Perhaps. It is strange to feel fear and respect at the same time. You are human, yet there is familiarity, as if the past has returned." Before they could discuss further, the facility's sensors detected movement. Patrol ships from Solara's empire, unaware of her escape, were scanning the area. They would find them soon if Alex didn't act. "We don't have much time," Alex said. "We need a plan to stay hidden and possibly to defend ourselves if they come looking." Solara nodded. "I can guide you through the old security systems. They will recognize my presence and will hesitate before attacking directly. But they will come eventually." Alex smiled faintly. "Then we prepare. Humans have a habit of surviving impossible odds." Over the next few hours, the team worked tirelessly. Jenna restored the energy shields around the facility. Malik set up defensive measures using whatever old tech he could find, and Sam tapped into Solara's knowledge of the old systems to create traps for approaching patrols. As night fell over the canyon, Alex finally found a moment alone with Solara. The silence between them was comfortable now, no longer filled with tension. "I want to understand your people better," Alex said. "Not as enemies, but as allies if we can manage it. You have a chance to help us just as we helped you." Solara nodded. "I will share what I can, my empire. It is proud, and our stories often exaggerate the deeds of heroes. But your ancestor, he was more than a story. He inspired loyalty, courage, and hope. Seeing you, it brought that back." Alex's pulse quickened. "Then maybe humanity and your people can start something new. A bridge between our worlds." Solara's eyes softened. "Perhaps. But the truth of the past must be respected. You must understand. My initial reaction was not fear of you personally, but fear of what your presence represents. The living memory of a hero who changed history is overwhelming." Just then alarms sounded. Sensors indicated that multiple patrol ships were approaching fast. Alex and his team quickly readied themselves. Solara guided them to hidden corridors, using knowledge that had been stored in the facility's old maps. The patrol ships descended, scanning for life. Drones swept the area, but thanks to Solara's insight, the humans remained hidden. Malik fired calculated shots from concealed positions, disabling some drones while remaining undetected. Jenna's shields absorbed minor attacks, giving them precious seconds to move. Alex led them through a narrow shaft that spiraled down to the facility's lowest level. "We need to get to the sub-levels," he said. "They can't reach us there easily." Solara followed closely, her hand brushing against the walls as she navigated. "This way. There is a hidden chamber where the old mining equipment can be used to block entrances." They reached the chamber, setting up barriers and traps. The patrol ships attempted to follow but were forced to retreat due to the clever defenses. Alex and his team had won the temporary battle. As the adrenaline faded, Solara finally spoke freely. "I trust you now, Alex. You have proven yourself not just with strength but with honor and ingenuity. My people may never believe it, but humans, you are capable of greatness." Alex smiled, exhausted but relieved. "We have our ways. We survive, we adapt, we protect, and sometimes we surprise even ourselves." Solara's expression softened further. "I see now why you reminded me of him. courage, wisdom, and loyalty. All qualities of a hero. Perhaps the past has chosen you to continue his legacy in ways we cannot yet imagine. Alex looked at her, a sense of responsibility settling in his chest. Then we move forward. Together. We'll make sure your people understand that humans are not just warriors. They can be allies, friends, even protectors. Solara nodded, her gaze steady. I will help. And together, perhaps our worlds can avoid the mistakes of the past. As dawn broke over the canyon, the humans and Solara watched the horizon. The planet was quiet now, but they knew challenges lay ahead. Other forces would seek the princess, and the past would always cast its shadow. Yet in that moment, a bond had formed, one of trust, respect, and the promise of a future where humans and aliens might stand together. Alex realized something important. History had brought them here, but the present, what they chose to do now, would define the future. And with Solara by his side, he felt a strength he had never known before. A reminder that even in the vastness of space, a single human could make a difference. Somewhere deep in the princess's mind, the memory of the human hero stirred fully, connecting past and present. And somewhere in Alex's mind, he knew that their story was just beginning, one that would span worlds, challenge empires, and prove that humanity could rise above even the greatest odds. As they prepared for the next stage of their journey, Alex caught Solara's eyes once more. There was no fear now, only understanding, and a quiet acknowledgement of the bond that had formed in the unlikeliest of places. And in that moment, the galaxy seemed a little smaller, a little more connected and full of possibilities.